What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and fellow YouTubers? Yes, YouTubers, because I know you guys are watching my videos as well. Anyway, today we're going to do the Lockbox ships, or at least the Lockbox ship from the Sona. That is the Command Science ship. And actually, I already did the recording of this thing, but I kind of lost the file. Was corrupted, so I have to do it again. And unfortunately, I cannot queue up the information on this thing unless I go to the exchange and grab one of those. But I'm actually going to grab the information from Cryptic's own website. So let me just go there and read about this awesome looking ship. So here it is, the Sona Command Science Vessel Tier 6. You guys probably seen this thing like on Twitter or on the website of Cryptic. The information is right there. The Sona Command Science Vessel represent the bulk of their fleet, striking a balance between debilitating their foes and supporting their fellow combat vessels. The Starship features a Commander Science / Command Specialist Bridge Officer seat and a Lieutenant Universal / Intelligence Specialist Bridge Officer seat. Command ships are impressive vessels designed to inspire those around them. When the command ship or its teammates activate a bridge officer ability, all command ships on the team will receive a small amount of inspiration resource. Command bridge officer's ability generates additional inspiration. Once a command ship inspiration meter is full, they can be used in 3 powerful abilities that can turn the tide of battle. Now, I did feature this on my previous video, the one that I recorded and lost. This thing is definitely OP. If you're going to use it in team-based missions and like, special task force mission, STFs or anything like that, there are 3 new abilities that are going to be available from now on, I guess, from like, command vessels, or at least from now on, the new command vessels are going to have this ability. Those are really, really impressive. And we're going to showcase that as well in a later stage of the video. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that because those things are really awesome. But anyway, this is a tier 6. It is available for all faction with the lockbox of the Sonas. Okay, so you're going to need to be Rear Admiral for the Federation, Brigadier General for the Klingons, and Sub-Admiral for the Romulan faction. Whole strength is going to be 33,000 hit points at level 40, rounding it up to 38,000 hit points at level 50, and 44,000 hit points at level 60. With a shield modifier of 1.285. This is really high. This is almost close to 1.3. Very nice. You can't have really good shields with this thing, so it's really awesome. More shields definitely going to give you more survivability. It has 3 weapons on the front and 3 on the aft. Room for 3 device slots. Has a console modification of 3 tactical, 3 engineering, and 5 science. So definitely based off on the console modification, we can see that this thing is going to be science oriented. As the name already implies, this is a command science vessel, so heavily on science abilities, as well as not enough firepower on the front or at the back. So 3-3 configuration also means that this thing is definitely going to be more on science. A base turn rate of 15 degrees per second and an impulse modifier of 0.2 with an inertia rating of 60. Plus 10 to engine power, plus 10 to auxiliary power with a universal console, the deep analysis sensor package. That's going to give us sensor analysis, subsystem targeting, a secondary deflector slot, that inspiration abilities, turn the tide against all odds, and battle preparation. More on those on the video itself. Starship Mastery Package, Science Vessel. So we're going to get Enhanced Particle Generator, that's going to give us exotic damage. Advanced Shield System, it's going to give us shield hit points. Enhanced Restoration Circuitry, Reactive Shielding Technology, and that unlockable Starship Trait. Kick them while they're down. Very nice. I like that. All right. The other information we can do on the game itself. So what I'm actually going to do right now is I'm going to go to the customization part, NPC, where we can actually try to do some customization, even though it's not really going to have a lot of customization options. But let's go there. Here we are, customization part of this video. Now, as you guys see, not a lot of option to choose from. We only have one template, we only have one window type, and we only have one material type as well. We do have a lot of pattern overlays that we can put up on this ship, and then we can change the colors of them to our liking. But I'm not going to mess around with this system a lot because in my opinion it is lacking a little bit on about everything. You go to the customization part because you want to see customization done to this ship, but nothing at all. It is what it is coming out of the box, and you can only change a little bit of colors. Now these rigid design up here, these rib cages kind of type deal, you can change colors and stuff like that, and that's about it. Yeah, so in my personal opinion, obviously that is what I'm actually doing on with this video, giving out my personal opinion. They could have given us a little bit more on the customization part, because then I would definitely have something to talk about, because this video is going to be really short if we're not able to do a lot of customization to this thing. But anyway, it is what it is. We cannot do anything about it. So we're going to head up into space to see how big this thing is, because I'm actually going to grab another character of mine and put it up against the Lukari science ship for a comparison in its size. So here we go. So here we are in space. You guys can actually see the comparison between the two ships. It's really small. It's definitely like an escort type ship, and basically the same. It has the same contours, the same. You can actually see that these the Lukari ship, the Dorito, is like a triangle, and this one is the same kind of build. My other video, I kept mentioning that this has like a tier, or at least a drop of water design. So it's really big up here and it's really small up here, basically like it's being held up here. But in its comparison, it's really small, basically the same layout as the Lukari ship. And it's, it's the same one. Only in reverse, obviously, because the Lukari is moving that way and this is also moving this way. So that's, that's nice, right? I'm actually going to fly on top of it if it's going to let me position this ship on top of that. Let's see. Stop. I said stop, move backwards. There we go. Yeah, it's basically the same ship in its size. Anyway, let me just go to the part which I love to showcase the different visuals, and that's going to be at that subspace station right there. So here we go. This is how this ship is actually looking like when it is coming out of the box. No customization has been done. even though there wasn't really enough option to customize this thing. It comes out of the box looking like this. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? In its design, I kind of like it because it has that water drop design. So, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section if you like it or not. I'm going to start doing my turn. So that's plus left. There we go. This ship is always going to move left from now on. And let's start equipping the different visuals. Now, you guys might have seen that, hey, this thing has been leveled up a little bit. That has to do because I lost my recording. But anyway, we are going to start off equipping the different visuals on this ship, starting off with the adapted M.A.C.O. engines and shields. Here we go. Now, this is going to be the visuals from the adapted M.A.C.O. space set on this ship. And I am at like maximum thrust, almost at full impulse, without actually going to full impulse. So this is how fast this thing is actually turning, because it was turning just like an escort in when we were doing the combat section on the other video. It's actually really nimble in its movement, and I kind of like those kind of ships that do that. But here it is, the M.A.C.O, the adapted M.A.C.O. Very cool, right? Very cool. All right, let's put on the Aegis space set. Deflector, engines, shields. Here we go. Look at that. I was definitely amazed when all of these lines were coming up on this ship. Now, I actually also mentioned on the other video that I kind of lost. If I were able to move the camera a little bit closer, then this ship would actually clip out. And I'm actually going to do that right now because it's kind of like clipping out of the entire frame right now. So if I want to showcase the best visual, I kind of need to do it right here, one camera angle further than normal, and I kind of need to block out the sun because I don't want to blind you guys, but I also want to showcase this thing in its pure form. So here we go, the Aegis, and when it is being illuminated by the sunlight, definitely something what you expect from this thing. Very cool. All right, let's do the assimilated engines and shields. Here we go. The Borg space set. Definitely an improvement on this thing, because I kind of like the way that they're doing the Borg space sets these days, like this integrated part right here and here as well. Because these ships, I don't know if you guys have seen them or have noticed them. These ships are symmetrical. I mean, if you look at the Breen ships, they tend to have like one side is like totally messed up and the other one is like really small and nimble and stuff like that. And they have like this big claw design on the front, and on the other side is like totally not out. But all of these Sona ships are definitely symmetrical in its design. The left is definitely just like the right, and the front left is definitely just like the front left, front left, front right. Really cool. All right, let's go with the counter command and shields. Here we go, counter command. Now, from now on, for those that are following me, I'm going to try to showcase the entire visuals, like 30 seconds when it's not being illuminated by the sunlight, and like 30 seconds on the other side when it's being illuminated, so you guys can see on both sides roughly how this ship is actually looking like. So about 1 minute in each visuals should be more than enough to give you guys like an indication of how this ship is going to look like. Looks good, right? Looks good. All right, that was about a minute, and let's do the delta. Delta and delta. Here we go with the delta. It's kind of spiraling down a little bit, so I'm going to move it up. Yeah, it was. Okay. So here it is being lit up by the sunlight, really nice color. Definitely loving that they actually implemented a little bit more on the yellowish tint, yellow line that they're putting in. Very nice to see that. Somebody made a really good decision by adding those lines up here. Very nice. And here it is when it is not being illuminated, so you guys can actually see how this thing is going to turn in darkness. In darkness mode. Very nice. I like it. I like it. All right, that was about a minute. Let's continue with the Dyson and engines and shields. All three pieces of the Dyson. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? I love the Dyson Space set visuals on this thing. It's really is amazing. I like it. Now, I definitely don't want to give you guys the wrong impression of what these ships actually looks like, but this front part, doesn't this section right here, doesn't this look like a can opener? Or I mean a beer bottle opener. That's just in my opinion, obviously. You need a really big bottle of beer to open this with this ship, though. I don't know how many billion of credits you actually need to build a ship to use it for a beer opener. That's just crazy. All right, that was about a minute. Iconians are next in line, and shields. There we go. Those are the Iconian visuals on your screen. And on the other side as well. Wow, look at that red. That is amazing. I actually had the Iconian shield. I still use the Iconian shield on my what am I using? The multi-mission science thingamajig? I forgot the name. I'm actually using these shields on that. It's really nice. I like it. All right. The Jem'Hadar is next. Deflector, engines, shields. There we go. 3 pieces of the Jem'Hadar. Doesn't this look like a stingray or like a manta fish with like the weird arc and like these openings? I actually didn't showcase this, but there are openings in the underneath structure of this thing, kind of like air ducts in the automobile industry. They actually use these kind of stuff to cool various parts of the like, I don't know, the wheels and brakes and stuff like that, and also to deliver air to the engine for their combustion. So it's really nice that they're actually implementing that as well. It's kind of like a tunnel underneath, so you have like 1, 2, 3, 4 tunnels. All right, the other side. Doesn't that look amazing? I would love to have one of these things in real life. That would gonna be awesome. All right, let's do the Nukara. That is deflector, engines, and shields. That's the wrong shield. That one. All 3 pieces of it. All of the Nukara. Here we go. Kind of similar features, just like the Dyson one, just like the Jem'Hadar one. Has that white glow on the top of the hull. The aura of the ship, as if we're... Am I going really high? Okay, a little bit too high. Okay, there we go. Kind of like losing the planet a little bit, so I'm losing the background of this video. But it's like, yeah, it's like the same deal. Definitely liking it. And right here, when it is like enveloped in darkness. Nukara, very nice visuals. I would definitely love if they used a little bit more of these black patterns on top of this skin and stuff like that. Could be more appealing, just a little bit of a eye catcher, to be honest, because now it's like, you know, all the way grayed out a little bit. But anyway, it's all good. It's all good. All right, let's do the Omega one. And shields. There we go. 3-piece set of the Omega right here. Very nice, right? Very, very nice. I like it. I definitely like it. I love the rib design that they actually did. Those structures right there, those. Kind of looks like the rail system of a train. Like it's going to around like a corner, like a bend. Very nice. All right, that was about 30 seconds. Awesome deflector dish right there. The animation, I mean. And we do love the engine trail. That's awesome. That's crazy. All right, that was about 1 minute. The Reman is next. Reman, where are you? And Reman. Here we go. The Reman visuals. Those hexagons, man, that is just amazing. I love that part. Wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more of those hexagons. Or 6 agons. I don't know what this part is. Maybe that's like designed to be like war paint or something like that. That warriors used to paint their faces on, and they derived that out of out of those paintings or something like that, and put it on the ship. But I like it. Definitely breaks the colorization of the ship a little bit. Gives you a little bit more to look at. Definitely nice. All right, let's do the Romulan next. Deflector dish, engines, and where are the shields? There we go. Romulans, visuals. Nice, right? That is really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Definitely would love seeing more of these type of ships. Don't get me wrong. I definitely love the way the Federation ships have been added to the game, and it's definitely a change of pace. Is definitely good because we have all seen the saucer, the nacelles, the deflector dish housing, basically the same ships everywhere. Just a little bit like difference in modifications, but basically on the same design. So a change of pace, something like this, is definitely awesome. Definitely good for the appeal of the eyes. You can look at something else, even though I've seen them on the exchange. If you want to go that route, about 300 million right now. The price might drop a little bit, but it's going to be around that ballpark. Temporal space sets. Do we have all three pieces? Yes, we do. Temporal space set. Yeah, 300 million for a ship like these. Roughly. Because this one is definitely from a Lockbox. This might go for 350, maybe higher. Because there is that feature, that chance that you have to deal with. So not everybody is going to be able to obtain this thing. So that's nice. You can make a little bit of EC, buy some keys, open more boxes. Maybe win some, maybe lose some. Who knows? Kind of like Dabo. All right, let's do the Terran one because that was about a minute. Terran, and Terran as well. All right, here we go with the Terran space set. Definitely loving that big beam that is like portraying out of the ship dead center. That's awesome. All right, let's do the other side with Earth space stack on the background, or I mean the Earth planet on the background. Here's the space dock is somewhere around to the right. Very nice. Now, I do apologize if my enthusiasm isn't like what it used to be in different videos. I'm more enthusiastic about ships. Let's do the Breen one right now. But I just did this video and I was trying to edit it, enhance it here and there, and I'm like, no, that doesn't sound good. And then I looked at it and I'm like, no, because I lost everything. I mean, the voice recording was still good, but a totally different aspect ratio. So this, what you guys are seeing, was like really small. So it wasn't in wasn't the same video as you guys are seeing right now. It was a little bit different, and I don't know what happened there. I just don't know. And it was like, we have to redo it. So I'm not really, enthusiastic about stuff that I just saw again. But I do love it though. And something to note, they actually added like these trails that you guys are seeing. These weren't apparent on the other starships that I did visually. These trails definitely, they have added this part in. I know that the trail, the engine trail, or the engine wake, I should say, was definitely a thing in the past as well. But this part right here, when it first comes out of the ship, that animation, that is definitely something new. All right, the Lukari is up next. Right here, here, and there. Here we go with the Lukari. And here we go, and it's is being illuminated. And I just want to show you guys this transition, that glow up here. Look at that right there. Oh, I love that on the Lukari visuals. You can actually see that reflection of the sunlight. That is just amazing to look at. And I wish most of these new ships or new space set visuals had that, because that was going to be amazing to look at. Like, everybody has the same glow. And the last piece that I'm going to showcase is the Regalia Space set. Oh, let me just move my mouse a little bit so you guys can have a full attention on the ship. Look at that. That's just sick. That is just sick. We are seeing some colors that are coming back to STO. I mean, definitely, just like the Dyson Space set, the white is making a it's more to the foreground in different visuals as well. You got the Dyson, the Jem'Hadar had a little bit of a white glow. And that is just awesome. The which one was the other one? The Nukara had the whitish glow on top. Yep. That is just the way that they're going these days. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just, oh, sorry about that. Really loud boom on your speakers or headset. I just dropped my phone. Sorry. And here it is again. Very cool. Very cool. Nice. All right, let's stop this baby from rotating. And I'm actually going to let these visuals be the default, or at least I'm going to use these visuals. I'm going to use these visuals in space combat as well. I'm actually going to do a summary of what you guys have seen so far. I mean, this thing has 3 weapons on the front, 3 on the aft, room for 3 devices. We have a normal deflector, a secondary deflector with these science ship. It's basically default these days. Warp and a shield slot. We have room for 3 engineering consoles and 3 tactical with 5 science console slots. So definitely go science heavy on this thing, because this ship is definitely made for exotic damage build and stuff like that. Not really with beams or cannons or torpedoes, but mostly by exotic damage. But that is just what I am surmising out of this thing, based off on consoles. I'm not saying it cannot be done by utilizing just the normal beams and stuff like that, or dual heavy cannons or torpedoes. Everything is possible in STO these days. So many consoles, it's crazy. Anyway, Starship Mastery, level 1 plus 15 damage to exotic damage abilities. Level 2, a flat out plus 10% in shield hit points. So more shields on this thing. It's already a beast. Now it's going to be more of a beast. Level 3 is going to improve the whole healing abilities by 10%. Also going to improve the shield healing abilities by 10% as well. Level 4, reactive shielding technology by an X amount regeneration every 6 seconds. And also plus 5% in shield resistance. Now the 603.5 shield regeneration, that is based off of my character, what I have equipped on this ship. Shields, console slots, abilities, traits, skill points and stuff like that. So that could be totally something different on your character. So keep that in mind. And that unlockable Starship Trait, kick them while they're down. You're going to get a critical chance buff from stacking control effects when used on a foe by control, plus 5% in critical chance to sell for the next 15 seconds and stack up to 5 times for a total of 25% critical chance increasement. Very, very nice. Who doesn't want that? The information from the Universal Console. The special center package has a very short range but returns hyper-detailed analysis automatically pre-processed by a series of purpose-built AI sub-processor routines. All right. Yeah. All right. The resulting data is more precise and thorough and has been possible with modern scanning technology. Activating in combat grants yourself and nearby allies an increase in shield penetration and armor penetration with weapons. And I guess this is like normal weapons. And removes beneficial effects from nearby foes while also crippling their various subsystem briefly. So if I can translate this, allies are going to get an increasement in shield penetration and armor penetration. Foes are going to get a reduction in shield penetration and armor penetration, as well as various subsystem briefly offline, I guess, crippling. So keep that in mind. Very nice. As a console, also going to give us passive abilities, so plus 3 to maximum auxiliary power, plus 20 to starship control expertise, and also plus 20 to starship shield hardness. Analytic surge, activating this console, set your sensor range to hyper analysis mode, granting various effects on yourself, ally, foe, and foes within a 3 kilometer radius of your starship. This field is active for several seconds before it must be recharged. You and your allies within the field gain additional shield penetration, armor penetration with all starship weaponry. Okay. All foes within the field have 1 buff stripped each per second, starting with the longest duration, as well as having a single set of abilities forced into a 1 second cooldown. So that means energy weapons, projectile, science abilities, engineering abilities, or tactical abilities. If the affected system is already in cooldown, plus 1 second will be added. Very nice. So it's going to increase the cooldown of abilities at, I guess, random. in that order. All right, so 2 self, 2-minute recharge, 2-minute cooldown, obviously, plus 10% shield penetration with weapons for the next 1.5 seconds, and also plus 10 in armor penetration with weapons for the next 1.5 seconds. 2 foes each second, plus 1 second recharge time of the following system, choosing it randomly each second: energy, weapon, projectiles, tactical, engineering, or science abilities. Also remove the longest duration buff, last 10 seconds, affect all targets within 3 kilometers. Okay, so it's going to be like a sphere based upon on the center of the ship. All right, now this thing also has a 2-set bonus if you happen to have the Lobai ship. That universal console is going to make this 2-piece set complete, and the 2-piece set is going to give you plus 20 plasma energy weapon damage, and out of combat plus 20% hull regeneration per minute, and in combat plus 10% hull regeneration per minute as well. So definitely more tanking and survivability with if you're going to equip the 2-set bonus on this ship. Very cool. All right, let's do the Admiralty. I believe this ship was all the way down there somewhere. Right here. Sonas commands science a vessel. It has 4 stars in its rarity, with 38 in engineering points, 24 in tactical, and 64 in science, with 18 hours in maintenance, plus 8 science per engineering or tactical ship that you're going to slot with this ship. So definitely you can combine the two. It's going to be really amazing to put them, because you're going to get like 3 points. And after usage, it's going to go in 18-hour maintenance, like every ship that there is there. And what I'm actually talking about was combining these two together. So the Sona Intel Battlecruiser gives a plus 8 in engineering per science ship or tactical ship, and this one gives plus 8 in science per engineering or tactical ship. So if you slot these two together, you're definitely going to have an increasement in outcome of the Admiralty system. Bridge officer seating. We have a Lieutenant Universal / Intelligence station up there. We have a Lieutenant Commander Tactical station. We have a Lieutenant Engineering station. And what is this? A Commander Science / Command station. And lastly, we have a Lieutenant Science station. Now, in all of my videos, I say do not use this as a build. No real thought has gone into it. And that's basically how I fly this ship. You guys know about it, and don't use it as a build. This is just something for me to showcase this thing in combat. And I just want to have a little bit more survivability as always. All right, we will go to the ship's bridge. Here we go. This is the bridge. Now, I'm actually... This is like the 3rd time that I went to the bridge of this ship. Because one time the Lobai, 2nd time was the recording that messed up, and this is the 3rd time. But anyway, we got a bridge up here. Very nice. We have a wall up here that we can push buttons on to contact the duty officers. We have a big viewing screen that has a little bit of a reflection of these panels. If you look closely, you see those spots, and those are definitely from the consoles. We can select a small craft right here. We have another dead-end corridor right here. We have somewhat of a ready room, I guess, up here that we can access the account bank slots and also access the library files as well. And we have this big ass room with like a really big table up here that has like what was these things called again? Kind of has like that familiarity of the that the Sona were after in the movie. I forgot the name. Oh man, anyway, I'm probably going to remember it in a later stage of this video. Anyway, this is that big couch that has been, I guess, copy pasted from the movies. So yeah, the bad guy was like, when he was in command of this ship, he was like sitting up here, if you remember the movie, and he was, yeah, he was in command while he was sitting on that big couch. Definitely like a love couch. Definitely awesome. So we do have a couple of bridge officers that are not even sitting. If you look closely, they're not even touching the chair. Anyway, this was the bridge, and yeah, let's take this thing into combat again. Here we go. The mission wanted on our Gala patrol. Now I am going to balance all of my power, engine shields, auxiliary, and weapon to be as formidable as I can. Because on the other recording I kind of died once. don't wanna put that in my recording as well. Alright, here we go. Activating some abilities to kick their butts. Now, like you guys are seeing, it is turning like crazy. Whoa, what happened there? Integrity went down. Oh, is that gonna explode on top of me? No, okay, good. Nice. That ship is dead. Cool. So far, so good. Now, these guys spawn in. I'm actually going to use gravity well. Yep, it's out of cooldown. Cool. Oh. They're going right there. Now these guys actually killed me the other day. The other time on the recording. Here we go with gravity well on this guy. Come here. There. And now if we go closer than 3 kilometers. Oh, he holds me with his tractor beam. You son of a... There. That should do it. Well, I kind of need to do this thing again. I have to wait a little bit for this thing to go out of cooldown. But it is good to look at this thing though. I am aggroing a little bit too much there. You guys can fire upon yourself, not on me. Heal me. Give us every little bit of help. Aggro them a little bit for me. Nice. Really cool crit. Or at least high damage, not a crit. Ow, ow, ow. Heavy track cobalt device on its route. Alright, so this is okay, so it doesn't really matter right now if I die or not. But this is the gauges that I actually wanted to talk about when I was doing the what happened? Go out of combat for a second, would you? Okay, here we go. Oh, they're actually dead. Stay here. This is what I actually wanted to talk about. This is that OP feature that I actually talked about in the beginning of the video. This is the first. So we have options for 3 new abilities so we can click upon. So we got Turn the Tide. So this is a team resistance and team regenerative buff. So affect friends and self at 5 at maximum. So to self minus all of the inspiration. So the entire meter right here is going to be depleted. That's good. And to targets, minus 100 all damage resistance rating for the next 15 seconds. That's a lot. But the best part is the next one. To the team, plus 30% in whole regeneration per minute for the next 15 seconds. Are you kidding me? That is basically like for the next 15 seconds your hull is going to go all the way up to 100%. This is basically just like the no-win scenario with the Kobayashi Maru. This thing was going to be OP in that part because everybody that was going to be friend within like the area was going to get like 300% whole regeneration. So all of the teammates that were there that was basically dying or close to dying, they were going to get like plus 300% in whole regeneration. So meaning you could be a little more, you know, surviving a little bit more. And the next one is offensive ability. So that is against all odds. So this is a team damage buff and weapon power cost reduction. Wow, this is affected friend and self 5 maximum. So to self minus all of the inspiration, so the gauge is going to go all the way down, and these guys are going to start combat with me. Don't want to do that. So yeah, to the target, plus 33% bonus all damage for 15 seconds. So that means like if I select like a friend and I hit this thing, he is going to get an increasement of plus 33% bonus to all damage. To the entire team, minus 100% in weapon power cost. Yes, you just heard that right. 100% in weapon power cost. So that means you can fire like everything that you have on your ship towards your enemy, and it's not going to cost you any little bit of weapon power. So this gauge, this meter right here is going to be full, and you're going to dish out a barrage of weapon damage towards your enemy, and it's not going to cost you anything while this thing is active. So that is crazy. And we have the last one, team bridge officer ability recharge. So to the team, cannot use by affected by battle preparation for another 20 seconds. So bridge officer power recharge time reduced dramatically. So I'm guessing about 50 to 60%, maybe more, in cooldown reduction from all of your bridge officer abilities right away. So all of these 3 powers, so you got like defense, offense, and bridge officers. So that's basically auxiliary defense, I'm guessing, are going to be overpowered. This thing, this gauge, or this new feature that they're bringing up, definitely overpowered in its every way possible. Anyway, let's try to get these guys with a gravity well. And where is my, there we go, put them within 3 kilometers. Ooh, I just got a really high amount, and I'm actually going to use this one. Look at my beams. My beams are going to go off, and it doesn't really matter because it's not going to cost me any weapon power. Look at that. Okay, now it's ended. Yeah, now it's ended. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. Minus 100% in power cost. That's just awesome. So you can fire beams at will and all over the place. It doesn't really matter. Hey, don't you dare kill me. Come on, move him. Let's get some help. Heal me up, guys. I need your help. There we go. Nice. Even though I'm not really paying attention to what's happening in combat, I am definitely recommending this thing. If you guys are science oriented and have the necessary consoles to equip this thing is going to be definitely overpowered, including this new system that they're implementing. Yeah, really overpowered. So you get like inspiration when this meter goes all the way to 100%. You can basically use this. It's just basically like you can compare it to the warp cores of Romulans. So they have that warp shadow, quantum duplicates, and like all of there are 5 options. I forget what they were, but it's basically the same, just like that. It's based off on the same system, I guess, and it's definitely overpowered in my personal opinion. That's why you get like a 2-minute cooldown on all of the abilities that you use, because this thing, yeah, this thing is going to make a punch. And I hope you guys are going to let me know how you're going to use this thing, because yeah, definitely overpowered. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this aesthetical review, because it's not really a review on this ship, but it's definitely an inside look on what this ship has to offer, and in my opinion it has to offer a lot. Anyway, that's it for this ship. I hope you guys had a little bit of entertainment information coming out of this channel, and I would love to see you on the next videos. For now, take care of yourself, and later.